everyone, it's Suzanne Tucker with Generation Mindful. Welcome back to your 12 Feelings Friday. So we have a fun one today. We're joined by Silly Fox again this week for our mantra. This is from the Peacemaker's deck. And Silly Fox's message for us today is, I am curious. Let's dream and discover. So this is going to be our mantra for the week. And we're going to start by kind of bringing it into our body. And then we're going to break it down, look at it from reality versus illusion. And then we're going to talk about how can we apply it with our kids playfully to life. So let's get started. I'm just crossing my legs, which you can do even if you're sitting in a chair. And we're going to do a little breathing. So for me, I like to, with this one, I'm going to attempt to bring my head and my heart into unison, to stay in that curious place, to get in touch with my right brain. So there's a couple things you can do. One is just to simply put one hand on your heart and the other hand down here on your belly. Hi, Alicia. And breathe. So that's how we're going to start. So just take a deep breath in through your nose. Hi, Dan. Staying curious about who all's out there. Breathing in through our nose, out through our nose. Just getting grounded into our body. Another deep breath in through your nose, out through your nose. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. And this time, breathing in, I am curious. Breathing out, let's dream and discover. One more time, breathing in, I am curious. Breathing out, let's dream and discover. Awesome. All right. We're going to have fun bringing this into our world this week, even when we're not having fun. That's what we're going to talk about. So I think the illusion with I'm curious, let's dream and discover leaves you thinking about, when I ask my kids about this, what does it mean to be curious? Some of the images that came up for them are like being an inventor, being a scientist, being an artist, being creative. And I think we think of that too. I am curious. Let's dream and discover. We might think, hey, let's be curious with our kids this week. Let's make Play-Doh. Let's, do some of those fun activities together. And that's great. But actually where I want to take this is let's be curious about our inner world. So some of the examples I gave and what my kids kind of thought of are all examples of being curious about our external world, right? But what happens when we don't feel playful, or we don't feel like, we don't feel happy, or we don't feel good? We feel angry, we feel frustrated, we feel upset. Can we be curious in those moments? And that's what this card is about. Yes, we can. And actually, that's a perfect time to take a time in. So mindfulness isn't not feeling those things, it's noticing when we are. And that moment that you're noticing is actually a mindful moment. And so if you can just breathe, take a breath, and notice, then you're already doing the practice, right? So I thought that was a flip it on its head sort of a revelation today. We can be curious when we're not feeling all those good feelings. And that is just staying curious about the inner world, right? So how are we going to apply this with our kids this week? What are we going to do? Little helpers? Oh my goodness, there's some little people under my desk. I think they're going to help us with this. So this morning I was talking to my kids about this, and they were like, that sounds fun, we want to do it. So there they are, my helpers. They've been hiding under the desk. Hi guys.
Hi.
So they just wanted to be on. So we didn't know what that means, but we were like, let's just do it. And I think my idea for this, taking this into your world with your kids, is to just follow their lead. Kids are just fun by nature. Kids are curious by nature. And if they're throwing you for a loop with an idea they have, like, I want to be a part of your video. A lot of times, if we can pause, we can just go with their lead. They have really good ideas. And it'll keep us a little more flexible. Because I think as we age, we get more rigid. And they're just more fun. They kind of get fun. Don't you guys just get fun? Look at you. So they're playing with Snuggle Buddies. Those are the only ones in the world. Those are our prototypes. And you got one there? Who you got, Hadley? Who are you holding?
Fox.
Lily Fox?
Orange fox.
Where are you?
It's Joy
Yeah.
And
That's this guy, isn't he? Yeah, he's all about being silly.
So
And actually, this is kind of
silly.
cool that you guys got these out, because what are we going to do with these when they finally get made? What are they for at night? What do we do with these little guys?
We're gonna snuggle.
We're snuggle buddies.
At the very there's pockets.
Yeah. And our feelings are going to go in there, right? And at night, kiddos can tell you about their memories of the day. There's going to be, do you remember the 4? They're kind of angry, happy. Green is
calm,
and then blue, sad. Yeah, and so that's actually a neat way to get a peek into being curious about your kids' inner worlds. So actually that worked out really well for this theme. So thank you. Let me show my little favorite guy. This is intuition. And actually, if you're having an intuitive thought, instead of disregarding it, the invitation this week is to stay curious about it and really go deeper and listen to your intuition and your kids' lead on being playful, because they really are fun. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks so much. I hope this was fun for you. And again, the invitation this week is to be curious about the inner world as well as the outer world. Bye.
Back your elephant. Bye.
Bye.